Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you an audio commentary, or I guess I'm casting a game between WeMine and Todd here on Secret Valley. And we do have Todd gonna go ahead and speed build an Altar of Kings, and we do have Todd spawning on the bottom left hand position as the blue human player. Meanwhile, we have WeMine spawning on the top right hand position as the red Night Elf player. So red and blue, very easy to spot. I will forever thank them for picking easy colors as opposed to like teal or some of those more difficult colors right now. Todd is building on early barracks as well, so Todd looking to, I believe, creep. This is part of the Shadow League Trophy of Legends tournament, and I do suggest you go ahead and check out their website at www.shadowleague.com. They do have some interesting, they have the replays up there as well, as long as I think they're going to be putting up some of their own videos. And I had a request to put in a batch of tournaments. So this is going to be game one between a best of 3 match between WeMind and Todd. So this is game one. They're currently 0-0. If you could imagine that, and we do have Archmage now, an Archmage now coming out from Todd. Meanwhile, we have a Warden coming out from WeMind, so not the typical Demon Hunter, but a Warden coming out from WeMind, and we have now a Scout Farm being produced by Todd over here to the north. The north path is much easier to walk towards and to get between each other's base besides this what I would call this secondary eastern path. It takes a little bit longer to go the eastern path, so that's why the scout farm is to the north. It would take an extra, I think, 15 seconds to come around the other side. We do have an archmage now coming out, gonna go ahead and do some creeping with some militia, and he's gonna now focus down those ogre warrior and probably try to take down that troll shadow priest secondly. Now, and meanwhile, we do have the warden now. No, warden will be out in just a moment, and WeMind is now gonna go ahead and try to heal and take down this ogre warrior. This ancient oak war should probably focus back towards that other side in just a moment. Meanwhile, and it looks like Todd is going to be a little bit more ahead in terms of creeping than WeMind here. So WeMind now, after creeping, it decides to go ahead and do a quick harass, a secondary scout farm to the north side of this bridge. So so we do know that Todd sees this coming at this point in time. Archmage is going to get to level 2 after this level 1 null goes down, and the warden is now going to come in and perhaps try to do a shadow strike. Yes, try to shadow strike, but though, let's see if he's going to go ahead and take down that last null poacher. No low hit point units for WeMind to really shadow strike. So very nice play coming in. WeMind is going to, does not lose that whisk, gets a detonation off instead. So that water elemental has a little bit less life. Looking back at the bases, WeMind is not teching the tier 2 yet. I'm kind of interested on where he's spending his gold. Getting a secondary Ancient of War right now, so that's where he is investing right now, trying to get some additional damage, additional production buildings. Well, that water elemental should go down, and I think, yes, that did give the warden almost level 2. Meanwhile, we have the archmage currently sitting at level 2 already, and now this peasant is not long for life, is going to try to wake up these creeps. Does wake up the creeps, but doesn't do anything else. And warden is now currently sitting at level 2, and we have militia now coming in to perhaps to do a fast expansion attempt. The warden, trying to look for where the archmage is going to know that he is over here to the south, and it's going to be interesting to see how Todd is going to be able to play off of this. Warden going to come in here. Don't know if he has Fan of Knives or a Shadow Strike. And no brute. Ooh, quick blink to the back of the base, and wow, quick blink, and now the warden is focusing down the shadow, or focusing on the archmage. Archmage, no overseer, make it shadow strike. Gets shadow strike and picks up the item. Todd picks up the item. So great play coming in from the warden. Warden able to get that last kill off, and a quick detonation to kill that water elemental as well. So good play coming in from Todd and WeMind. I'm not sure who would be a little bit on the better of that. The warden is just going to use his her moonwells, excuse me, and be able to heal back up in relatively quickly. Meanwhile, Todd is getting his expansion up and running. The south side, I think, has a little bit more of an advantage just because the natural expansion is so far from this bridge. So Todd did luck out spawning at this location as opposed to the north side, where it is much more exposed. We do have the archmage sitting in the back, trying to get away, trying to make sure that he doesn't get focused down too quickly. Now Shadow Hunter or Shadow Strike on the Footman. Footman falls, and Water Elemental is now being dropped. The Warden wants to get some damage in, and Militia now coming in to try to reinforce. A quick hide by all those units right now, and the Archmage is just pretty much stuck, not quite sure what to do. The Archmage did use that potion of mana, so that potion of mana has been used. Perhaps we're going to see this focus down, try to take down that one Wisp in the back of the base, trying to wait for the cooldown on the Militia to go away. And Footman now going down. Water Elemental is going to be dropped again. A secondary Water Elemental and Arcane Towers are nearing completion. Archers are going down, Footmans are going down, but really too hard to say who's winning this fight. Remind does another hide, but it doesn't matter as Todd does have a Dust of Appearance being used, and the one Huntress is now trying to pull back. Units going back left and right. Good micro coming in from the Warden, and Remind just doing getting level 3 on the Warden as well, and Todd currently has to try to run away. Gets a Shadow Strike, a level 2 Shadow Strike, so that's going to be really bad. Some good pathing coming in from Todd to try to go ahead and prevent that, and the Archmage falls to a level 2 Shadow Strike. Now we do have the expansion currently up and running, and those Water Elementals are gonna fall relatively quickly. No more Militia now coming back over from the far side. No, I spoke too soon. 4 more Militia now trying to come back over to reinforce and try to make sure that this economic advantage stays true. Now we do have the Arcane Tower now trying to focus down some damage. Perhaps you should focus down some of those units as well, those low hit point units. And now Remind trying to take down that one guard tower. The bounce on that guard tower on those Huntresses are really gonna take its toll on those peasants right there. Peasants going down, the guard tower down to 50 hit points should go down, and that what it was canceled in time, and more Huntresses coming in. So good job coming in so far. Remind getting a lot of low hit points in the red right now. Archmage is still not ready to be produced. Town Hall is not producing any peasants, and the Warden's now at level 4. This is just really bad. More Militia trying to come in. Huntresses are just getting stuck over here, and the Warden is pretty much stuck in the back of the base, unable to really do anything. Should really start repairing that guard tower. Oh, the Warden does not have any way out of here. Does not have a Scroll of Town portal, and the peasants are pretty much locking them in. If that guard tower completes, the Warden's pretty much in trouble, and a level 4 Warden will go down. So Archmage now back into the fight. How was he able to escape? He didn't have enough. Okay, I'm confused. I missed something. I'll probably watch on the replay, but I think the Warden just somehow walked through there and was able to escape. And peasants now trying to gather wood over here. Todd trying to produce some additional peasants, and Todd should probably try to build a blacksmith relatively quickly in order to really counter all those Huntresses. Remind invested a lot into that fight, and it did not really turn out well for him. There is a Tree of Life being produced right now, and it is a single Warden at this time. No additional heroes. Now attacking the Tree of Ages, so no additional heroes. Gonna lose this scout farm. Meanwhile, this Archmage is gonna go ahead and try to creep down this Goblin Laboratory. Perhaps maybe even get a Goblin Zeppelin for some Zeppelin harass. Okay, let's see, Ogre Magi are gonna go down, gonna fall. Water Elemental is unfortunately ensnared. Okay, now once again starting to tank. Ogre Magi trying to focus down, and Todd does pick up a Goblin Zeppelin. And down goes an Ogre Magi. We have another Potion of Greater Mana and a Tome of Intelligence, so pretty good items for that Archmage. Additional level 2 Water Elementals never hurt any human army. Stay tuned for part 2 of this replay between Todd and Remind here on Secret Valley. I'm going to try to extend it a little bit longer, so hopefully I won't have to do 3 parts of this replay. Looking at the timer, Warden now going to go ahead and finish off this scout farm, and we do have an expansion up. We do have an Arcane Vault up, and we do have a tech to tier 2 coming in from Todd. Yeah, stay tuned for part 2 of this replay between Todd and Remind here on Secret Valley.